What up, YouTube? This is GeoStealth R1, and we are just going to go over a few things of what's been happening and transpiring in the RC community. Who's first? No one's first. Booty Warrior, what's going on? You are number one. RC Steven, what's going on? Road Dog Games, Marco Polo, what's going on? Tom Cook, Papa Bear 6801, what's going on? Anyway, in the next minute, I'll come across and begin the segment. We're going to be talking about stuff that's up and coming in the next couple of months, and in 2018 a few unveils from a few companies out there. You've probably seen on my Instagram something that just came out, so I'll go over that in a few minutes. While I'm doing that, I just want to go over a few things with the Vortech. So as of right now, I'm still doing my build on the Vortech. I have been doing other projects, you know, upgrading my RCs as well. But primarily what I'm doing right now is I'm changing out these plastic bushings for bearings. And if you're looking for the size, this is a 5 by 8 by 2.5 millimeter stainless steel bearings. I didn't have to go crazy and go in ceramic. This is just my steering. So I'm going to be doing that, as I'm going to be discussing a few things that have been happening in the RC community. And yeah, so let's begin. Anyway, if you guys have checked out my Instagram post, Traxxas is coming out with a brand new kit, and it is for the TRX4, and it is the Ford Bronco with the 2.2 beadlock rims, bigger tires, and I believe it comes with a lift kit and also upgraded shafts and shocks. So that's going to be new in 2015, but in the next couple of days, now the countdown begins, you're going to see another RC in my arsenal, which will be the Traxxas TRX4 Tactical edition. Now, if you guys have not checked that out, you can go to Traxxas.com and check out the new Tactical RC. It comes out November 9th. I am trying to have it on November 9th, just to beat out a lot of people that are doing the RC unboxings. Primarily what I'm going to be doing is going to the hobby shop, and once I do acquire it, I'm going to do an unboxing video live at the hobby shop. Hopefully I'm not working that day, so I can do that. So that being said, they're coming out with their new two new types of version vehicles that are slated to be happening within the next couple of days, and also they're going to be coming across and unveiling a few more RCs out there, from what I understand. Now, as for the other companies, a few companies that have jumped off and got new updates and upgrades. Arma has released a few new RCs out there in smaller scale and in bigger scale, so definitely check out the Arma website. If you have the availability, you can come across and check out HPI's new RCs that are out there. I've been checking out the new crawler that they have from HPI, which has been very, very impressive to me. Nonetheless, I don't think I'll be getting that because I'm already dealing with two crawlers right now that have been giving me nothing but strenuous headaches, because working on a crawler, it's kind of like on a whole different type of level that you got to come across and do your update with. So once I do that, I should be able to do my upgrades and updates with that. So any questions for you guys out there, to the 11 people that are there? Fox Racing, SHM, Marco Polo, I see you still got the Goose in the back. Yes, my gray Goose is still in the back, and I'm going to come across and most likely set this RC up with the Grey Goose theme. What am I going to do with the Grey Goose theme? Well, I had to get decals customized for me to even attempt to do a Grey Goose type theme RC, which if you guys have ever gone to a decal place, you will know that decals are not cheap. A few guys have offered to make specific decals for me. Maybe I might take them up on their offer. Maybe do a quick trade-off of something else and stuff like that, just to have specific things done for the channel. But we shall see in the next few days what's going to transpire with that. But I do have the body, I do have the LED kit with that, so we'll see what happens, you know, when I do that. This is becoming more and more of a hassle doing this. Are you going to Motorama? RC Steven says. What is Motorama? That's something good. Is that something near me that I can attend? I mean, I would definitely, if it's something close, I would like to attend something that cool. Something called Motorama. So just give me a heads up where it's at. What on-road car do you recommend? Well, what scale on-road car do you have is the better question. I could recommend a whole bunch of things, but if I don't know the scale of the RC that you're utilizing, then there is no way I could recommend which size. I mean, you have a few companies out there. I mean, on-road vehicles. I mean, you can go HPI, but then you have other companies that are out there, like Serpent and everything like that, where you can invest a lot of money into those type of RCs if you're going to be racing. I mean, it all depends on, you know, what is going to be your style of driving, you know. If it's not going to be something that's you're going to invest a lot of money in, my recommendation is, you know, go to HPI. If you're going 1/8 scale type RCs, there are a few companies out there. Kyosho, Serpent, I think Offn is back, I'm not too sure, but there's a lot of other companies out there that you can check up. In Harrisburg, PA, RC Steven says. Now, what type of RC event is it? Now, here's the bushing that I had to take out. You know, I think I disconnected one too many screws, but there's the bushing that I took out for my steering and replacing it with 5x8 by 2.5 bearings. You don't have to get ceramic bearings. These are going to be more than sufficient enough, and it's just for better steering, nice, smoother. Kind of surprised that there were not any bearings in here, but before the VXL edition. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining because I'm not complaining. And for some reason, you fit, but you're very tight. I don't know why. You shouldn't be that tight. You know, I had a situation one time before, with my Slash 4x4, trying to put bearings down, and it just wouldn't go down. And the problem is that when I had tried to take them off, I had literally had to cut this shaft to even get it off, and I ended up losing the chassis. So these two bearings are not fitting. I don't know why they look. Let me see. Amazing. They sold me the wrong bearings. Well, I guess whatever information I just gave you on the 5x8 by 2.5 millimeters is wrong, because I'm looking at both bearings, and as you can see, one overlaps the other. So these are the incorrect bearings that they gave me. So I'm gonna have to go back to the hobby shop and get the correct bearings. All right. Divine TV says, I have a surface of the survey or CC and it keeps spinning out. Wait, I have a surface of the survey or CC and it keeps spinning out. What do you think? The gyro will help? I'm not too sure what the question was. Divine Serpent, because 998. Marcel Nagy, probably 110 scale under $200. If you go in that, then I'll probably tell you to do maybe HPI. Yeah, HPI is be the way to go. Marco Polo, what's your suggestion on the bearing setup for the E Max running the 3.8 Big Joes? Wait, on the gearing setup. Stay with the stock gearing. When you are running the Big Joes, I would say do not push for higher torque because it's a lot of strain on the drive shaft. Do not push for higher torque on that type of a setup. So my recommendation is don't even attempt to do something like that. Marcel Nagy, okay, thanks. You do have other companies out there. Horizon Hobby has their 110 scale vehicles. If this is going to be your first 110 scale car, go with a off brand, like, you know, Horizon Hobbies does have, you know, have their, you know, line of RCs, and Viterra, they have their own line of RCs as well. Marco Polo, okay, thanks. Oh, my bad. I have a Serpent VE and it keeps spinning. It keeps spinning. Now, do you think the gyro will help? People are getting away from gyros right now. They're setting up with receivers that do have built-in gyros, not the gyros that you add on, like the drift gyros and stuff. So definitely look into that because you're able to manipulate the settings on there. Nacho Libre, EXC isn't a bad option. ECX. I haven't seen any of the ECX 110 scales. I can't believe I got the wrong bearings. Jesus, I took this thing apart for nothing. I haven't seen their on-road vehicles, so I can't judge of what I have not seen. But yeah, like I said, I can't judge for what I haven't seen yet. Let me put this whole bad boy back together. What a disappointing time for me. I kind of thought I was gonna be able to put my bearings in, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And let me give you guys a straight heads up. You know, you take out this, you know, these components without knowing what you're doing, you're gonna have a headache putting them back in. So me, who I've taken these type of RCs apart all the time, I still get my share of headaches here and there of trying to put things back together. So it's not only you, you know, I can also be a noob when it comes down to putting things back together on the RCs that are out there that, you know, these are brand new that I'm working on. So Marcel Nagy, what site do you recommend for buying it? I will always tell you to go to your local hobby shop to purchase your first RC that you don't know about, even your second RC. The main reason is, you know, if your hobby guy is really good, you know, he's not going to overpressure you to buy whatever. You know, he wants to, the way the hobby stores make their money, they don't make their money on the RCs that they sell you. They do not. Because they make their money on the accessory parts that you buy. That's where a hobby shop, you know, gets all their revenue from. Not in the RCs that you buy, but on their components that they sell right after. If any hobby store can debate that with me, I'll be gladly to debate, you know, that whole scenario on how the revenue comes in with there. That's why I always say to you guys, support your local hobby shops, because if you lose out on the hobby shops that are there, then who are you going to be able to communicate other than me, setting you guys up with your RCs. So definitely support your hobby shop, and should be beneficial to you, because then you'll learn more and more about your RC and the type of RC that you're going to customize when you have it. So let me screw back my steering. Wow, I can't believe those are the wrong bearings. That's very disheartening. Very, very, very disheartening. So now steering's back on. All right, where are we at? What's that? Yeah, but here in Hungary, tax is so high. You are gonna spend a lot of money on the shipping. You know, the shipping is what's gonna kill you the most when you do order things online. I mean, I know guys in Australia that, you know, wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for their parts to come in, and they're paying tons and tons of money just on the shipping costs. So that's what you got to look out for as well. You know, go on the American website, see what the car costs, and then see what the shipping charges are. Some of the companies that are out there, like the bigger internet shops, will be able to come across and, you know, work with the price of the RC, as opposed to come across and work on the price of the shipping. The shipping is what kills you, big time. So, what do I have in store for this RC right now? This is the Traxxas Vortech 2.0 VXL chassis edition. So I ended up having to buy a body. I bought a couple of bodies. I bought the 4GT body that I'm going to paint, and I also bought a protoform body, 200mm protoform body with foam tires and everything like that for speed runs and stuff. So that's going to be in the near future. I'm going to start driving this RC VXL edition, get customized to the way the feel of the RC is, and then once I do that, then I'll be able to go into higher speed ratings and stuff like that. You know, as inexpensive as this RC is, I would like to see how far it could jump, but the LCG on this thing is just insane. So anyway, so that was an epic fail on the Vortech bearing upgrade, because I cannot do it. So this will go back into the tech station, and let's see if I can work on another RC. Alrighty. A lot of people have been waiting for me to do something with this RC right here. So I kind of wanted to come across and spend some time in setting up this RC. So let me get you guys prepared. I ended up buying a screw kit from eBay. There's a guy on there on eBay that sells these screw kits. He is on point, and it's almost half the price than a lot of other stainless steel screw kit companies. So let me see if I can find, I'll see in a few if I can find where I got them from, but he's pretty awesome. I ended up specifically buying this screw kit for the Ear Evo. Even though there's a lot of stainless steel in there already, there are a lot of smaller stainless steel screws that I needed that I don't have in my collection. So I'm going to be doing that. Also, I do want to set this RC up to be driven at one point, because it's never been driven. Never. This used to be the Gravedigger 1/16 scale, and then I turned the Gravedigger 1/16 scale into a 4x4. Started getting a whole bunch of green parts, and ended up changing it into an Ear Evo. There was a big conversation of how I should do that, and I decided to come across and do that. But that being said, I ended up acquiring another 1/16 scale RC right there, and once I did that, you know, people just wanted me to start upgrading both of them. So we'll see what happens in the near future. I ended up going on eBay and getting steering and everything like that, because this is missing right here. So here we go. So this is my Traxxas 1/16 scale gravedigger that you guys have been seeing throughout the years, and it's gone through a lot of transformations, and things that I need to do with it will be up and coming. So where are we at? Warhawk Legend, what's going on? Mega Zombie Minecraft, what's happening? Wig Splitters RCs. What bearing kit was that? For the last car? Yeah, give me a heads up for the last car. That's the stainless steel screw kit that I had. Dark Knight, what's up? Warhawk Legend, green, looking good. Yeah, I mean, there's a main reason why I ended up doing this RC, and there's somebody on YouTube that is so angry that I have not given the RC as much love as it should deserve. Jason from Eclectic Art, he gets so mad that I've never done anything with the mini Ear Evo. He has a pretty cool black and white mini Ear Evo on his channel, and this in actuality was always supposed to be in competition with his mini Ear Evo and all the powers that it's had, and I never did anything with it. And I think the sad part is that I could have made this into an extreme Ear Evo, kind of like what I do with my Ear Evo, but I always get very worried when I start investing a lot of money into an RC. Then I do not want to play with it because it just looks too pretty. And this was getting to that point. I was going to fully green out all the Integy parts. Now, if that's something you'd want me to do and do a build series on having full green, I mean, the RPM parts are going to stay the same way they are, but the transmission case, the transmission cover, the receiver box, the shock towers, and the rock shocks, and the shocks themselves, everything was going to be changed into Integy green. And then I was going to get the drive shafts from Traxxas and have that done ASAP. Is this a project that you would be interested in me doing? If it is, then, you know, I'll invest the money and I'll come across and do that. You know, I mean, as of right now, as you can see, this is the dual servo Valenian system, which the Valenian system has never been played with. You know, as you can see, I got the shock covers on there from Bad Horsey. I do, like I said, green RPM. These are the Proline trenchers that are on there. The carbon fiber wing, the Integy wheelie bar in the back. Look, I just want you to see, as you can see, there's stainless steel, and it's pretty much new. This thing has never seen the light of day, you know. So sad to say, because this is a pretty neat RC, you know, and I could have done a lot more things with it. But tell me what you want. Do you want me to do a build series on this RC in competition with Dark Eclectic Art's Ear Evo? Now, his Ear Evo can transport. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So let me see, where am I at? Yeah, the Vortech didn't fit, got in late. Yes, the Vortech was, I bought bearings for it, and the bearings did not fit. Those are the bearings that I got from the hobby shop. If you guys are late to the live stream, I was talking about the new up-and-coming updates for this week and for the rest of the year. If you guys were able to check out my Instagram, you were able to see the new Traxxas TRX4 Ford Bronco kit, which on the TRX4 you are able to put a 2.8. The kit comes with a 2.2 with the tires. The links updated for the RC, the shocks. I don't know what the kit's gonna come with, but this is what I seen from the picture. The shocks should have a lift kit and a gorgeous Ford Bronco body. But within this week or next week, as from what I understand, save the date, the tactical TRX4 will be on this table. So you'll be able to see a few things on there. I'm probably gonna make that my zombie tactical truck or a SWAT truck, depending on what parts I can find right now. I'm trying to get a few machine guns to be put on top, and we'll see what happens with that point on. Then I ended up trying to do the Traxxas Vortech 2.0 bearing setup, and I realized that the bearings that I got were not the correct size for my steerings. And now I'm bringing out the Mini Ear Evo, and I was asking what I should do, if I just should do a series completing the Mini Ear Evo. I ended up buying a stainless steel screw kit for the Mini Ear Evo, which I have to install in there, which I've been interested in doing for a long time. And I ended up getting this, which is my Traxxas Link TSM TQI receiver. So I got to dump that in there as well. So I'm able to control this because, as you guys can see, this thing has never been driven. Look at those tires. You know, never been driven. And I've had this RC for probably 4 years right now. So let's see what you guys are saying. Warhawk Legend. Let me go a little bit more higher. Dark Knight was up. Green looking good. Wig Splitter RC. The Vortex didn't figure that. Okay, I said that. Dodge Hellcat. What's going on? Warhawk Legend 69 says you can name that one the Green Goblin. I ended up calling this years ago Serpent, but with so many Serpent RCs out there, it's just crazy. Marcel, they sell an HPI RS4 Sport 3 Ford Mustang ready to run for about $330. You're still looking for $200. Go to Horizon Hobby, see what they have over there. Mega Zombie Minecraft, please do it. It would be such a cool build. Yeah, it probably would be. Marco Polo, most definitely, it would be an awesome build. Dark Knight, does the Grey Goose come with the RC? Many inspired builds were done by Grey Goose. I mean, here is Grey Goose's new bottle, I guess for, I don't know, I'm not too sure what occasion it is for, but this is the Grey Goose bottle. This is the 1.4 liter Grey Goose. And for my birthday, which is coming very soon, I'm cracking open, let me pull this back for you guys to get a visual on this. I'm cracking open this Grey Goose bottle, which is the Grey Goose VX. And it's my vodka with a hint of cognac. So it's extremely very hard to find this. And definitely something I'm going to crack open on my birthday. So that's my celebration for me getting old. And that's pretty much it. That's my story, and that's how I'll stick to it. So, ever tried Moonshine? Yes, I have. I was in Florida when I tried Moonshine. That was the store brand, but real Moonshine. I ended up meeting up with a few friends when driving. Now, this is going back at least 15 years ago. One of my colleagues who I used to work with in, was it South Carolina? I think South Carolina, and his family had Moonshine, and I've never tried it. And, you know, I try to be the top tamale when it came down to me seeing what Moonshine was all about. And, yeah, it definitely gave me a boo-boo, that's for sure. Anyway, so this screw kit is from eBay. He bags it individually with all the different types of screws that are in there. Something cool from him. Like I said, there are a lot of screws here that I need that I do not have in my arsenal, and a lot of the stuff that I do have to makeshift, which I do not want to, but it looks like I'm going to have to. Like, let's take this bumper right now. Now, on this bumper, I'm utilizing a 1.5 millimeter screwdriver. And from what I'm looking at, I have to find something that matches up to what's screwing in this RC. And somewhere in that bag, I should have a stainless steel screw that maybe will give me not the diameter of it, but probably a different head, because I do not need a 1.5 millimeter to be screwed in there, because this would be useless to me, and then I don't have a stainless steel version to replace it with. So as I'm looking in these bags, I do not have a button head that looks like a 1.5 millimeter head on it. So it looks like I'm probably gonna have to opt to go with the, yeah, it doesn't look like it comes with it. It's kind of a bummer on my end, but I guess to each his own, right? So technically speaking, this is skinny enough. I'm not too sure if this is long enough. Yep. So this would be the direct replacement between the two. If you guys can look at the heads, it sucks when you do the live stream. It's hard to focus on this, you know. So, but this looks like the correct sizes and everything like that. So as I'm doing this, so during this week, you're going to see that I'm going to have the tactical edition, which will definitely be cool. I've wanted to get the TRX for some time now, and I was about to pull the trigger when the RC was coming out. I was literally about to pull the trigger, and what had happened was it was leaked to me that they were coming out with a tactical edition. Now, when I found out about that, I said, you know what, that's something that I'd be interested in getting. You know, a tactical crawler to be driving around, you know, making it a SWAT, throwing another police thing on there. A lot of people ask me if I'm a cop. No, I'm not a cop, but I do like seeing cool different setups on cop vehicles. If you guys have ever checked out my NYPD truck, you guys will know that I definitely do enjoy. Is it me or is this tooth? Well, it fits. That's all that matters. I love stainless steel. No rust. You still see some rust, but I think it looks a lot better on the RC itself. It looks like all these 1.5s I got to change out, and they're all going to be 2 millimeter heads on there. Nice. Dark Knight says, what about some jungle juice? Jungle juice? Never heard of that. Marcel, I just started following you on Instagram. Oh, cool. Nader, hi. What's the best grease you use? I utilize this. This is the grease that I utilize. This is Grim Racer's Speed Grease from Aquacraft, and I utilize this. I utilize this to have any type of grease. It seals a lot of things. TRIT Clips 116. Nice. Do you remember me? Yes. You commented a lot on a few of my videos. Mega Zombie Minecraft. Ever thought about doing a backslash? Backslash. I've thought about it. You know, I've given it a little bit of time to settle in. Me even attempting to do that type of an RC. A few people have done it throughout the years. I have 3 slashes that I can do a backslash with. Would that be something I'd be into doing right now? Possibly not. Not to say that it will never happen in the near future, but with all the projects that I'm having done, it just doesn't look like anytime in the near future that will be happening on the channel itself. So can I do it? Yeah, I mean, I would have to buy a mounting bracket. I need a lot of these little guys. I would definitely need to buy a mounting bracket and a new body and probably a new type of bumper you know, depending on how it works out. And I could do it. You know, it wouldn't take too much. Let me see, I need 4 of these. It wouldn't take too much for me to do something like that, but you know, in the near future, I don't see it happening. So, but we'll see what happens. You never know. You definitely never know. All right, Nader, thanks a lot. So, here's a quick question for you guys. What do you want me to do in the next couple of weeks? I just gave you a quick reference on a few of the things that are going to be coming up. First reference I said is going to be the tactical TRX4. Give me your opinion. Is that something that you'd want to even see on my channel? Am I buying it for no apparent reason? Should I wait for the Bronco kit? I mean, it's definitely a good investment, an expensive investment, for me to do that. Or, you know, do I just say, you know, to the hell with it and just start investing my money into more of the what is that thing called? The Vortech, you know. The one thing that you'll learn about my channel is I don't try to cannibalize one RC to make another one work. And if I do something like that, I replace it immediately. So I'm not gonna come across and take off a Mama Monster off one of my RCs to make the Vortech work, because then I feel like I'm cheating my my other system. I mean, I could have taken the VXL system out of my Gravedigger out of any time. Anytime one of my ESCs or motors have ever failed, I could have immediately taken that out of my Gravedigger, but I never have. I always thought that, you know, if that's what you want to do, you know, with that RC and your RC is complete, why would you want to disassemble it? You know, unless you're planning to do big things with the RC, you know, where you're able to sacrifice those components. But, you know, for me to just come across and just cannibalize one RC, I mean, it's very hard for me to ever sell my RCs. There are a few RCs that have come and gone into my channel that I really wish I never sold, but I have, for better things. If you guys have been watching my channel, I've had 2 XO1s at the highest point of their price range. One of them got sold, and I got the Ear Evo. Also, you guys have seen the Emax, pardon me, the Emax. Also, you guys have seen 2 Ear Evos on my channel, and one was a brushed and the other one was a brushless. And those RCs ended up leaving the channel. And you know, one was for what the hell is that thing called? The funny car. Do I like the funny car? Yeah, how do I explain this? I think the concept of the funny car is pretty awesome, but the maintenance of it was terrible. It definitely is, because there's a lot of moving components that are in there that you just, you know, you look at it and you're like, good God, you know, what did I get myself into? You know, when it comes down to that. So I hit a crossroad right here. Now I have to find another screw, which hopefully I have another set. This looks like it's it. All right, so where are we at? Crack open the Grey Goose. The Grey Goose. Oh no, the other bottle. This bottle's open. Mega Zombie Minecraft. Definitely, I want to see the tactical. Lewis LPRC. What's up, G? Dennis, what's happening? When does the Bronco kit release? 2018, I think January. Lewis RPRC. G, I just ordered the Vortech VXL 2.0. I also ordered a custom painted Mustang body, and it should be, and the cooling fan for the ESC. Should I be getting anything? Wait, hold on. For the ESC, you should be getting everything this Saturday. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Definitely send me a link. I would like to see that that RC that you have there. Okay, so where am I at? Seems to me that the kit I'm looking around. Is it shorter? It is shorter. It's a lot shorter. I don't think that's short. It's like a nub. I gotta look for another button head. Hopefully I can find it. If not, then I'll just utilize another. Here we go. Here we go. I got these two. This looks like the correct size from what it looks like in the distance, but we'll find out right now. There you go. That seems like the correct size. I'll go with that. And I'll go with the smooth one. It's really weird when you start looking for all these type of screws for your RC, because now I'm lost. So I'll make sure to do an unboxing video for everything. Cool, that's definitely cool. Nick, hey, just got here, not sure what's happening. All right, so I'll go over a few things with you. So in the beginning of the video, I was talking about the new Traxxas. If you're on my Instagram, you'll be able to see it. The new Traxxas TRX Ford Bronco kit that comes out early 2015, and the thing looks amazing. Like, realistically speaking, it comes with the 2.2 beadlock rims. It does have the lift kit on it. There are a few updated parts on there, and the body looks phenomenal. If you go on Traxxas' website right now, you will be able to see this RC, and it's definitely something to marvel over. Now, that being said, we were talking about this week, and I'm waiting for the new tactical TRX4 to come out. That is the one with the tactical setup. It looks like kind of like a military SWAT truck. That should be in the arsenal. The release date of that RC is November 9th. Now, another thing that we were talking about was I was installing bearings into my VXL Vortech 2.0, and to find out that the bearings that I installed were not the correct bearings that I needed for the RC, so I had to put that on the back burner. I ended up taking out the Traxxas Mini Ear Evo, and there was a discussion of what I should do. Should I start customizing the Ear Evo for me to one day drive it and just do a full custom video having this RC in all its glory presented on the channel? And a few people have said yes on that aspect. So now you're up to date of what I'm doing with this RC. And the thing about the Mini Ear Evo is it's very fickle when it comes down to what you're doing in types of upgrades that are happening for it. Because, you know, when I drove this, when it was the Traxxas Gravedigger, I hated it. I hated it so much, I was mad that I even had it. It was given, was that given to me? I think it was. I think that RC was given to me, and I hated it because it wasn't something that I would have ever driven, you know, because, you know, you look at the RC and you think about the nostalgia that the Gravedigger has given throughout the years, you know, between Monster Jam and the Traxxas community and stuff like that. And then, you know, it came out for Axial later on, but, you know, it was it was more cost effective for children, but it was a rear two-wheel drive. And I think that's what turned me off about it, in which I made it to the 4x4. Oh, and we also talked about another YouTuber, Eclectic Art, and how mad he has been throughout the years. Not mad. I mean, he's always broken my chops of why I haven't customized this RC. And, you know, he has an RC out there Jester, that he has customized, has his own little personality and everything like that. And realistically speaking, it was supposed to kind of be a little competition between me and him on these types of RCs, but I never showed this RC the love that it deserved. I think the main thing that kind of discouraged me about customizing this RC was the fact of this component. Hold on, I think I have it still. I should have it. I should have it somewhere in the abyss of my. Aha, got it. Now, I bought this from Inchigi years ago, and I was going to do a full build series with this, but it was such a headache. This is the carbon fiber for the Mini Ear Evo. And at one point, this thing was like the cat's meow. I started customizing this thing so much that I started doing carbon fiber on the rear, the carbon fiber vinyl 3D, as you guys can see. And I started doing more and more and more to this. I never got it right, and I never did anything with it. So this was supposed to be in this, and it was supposed to be a full, this RC should have been fully carbon fibered. I mean, it matched up pretty well, you know, with that type of carbon fiber. And that's just vinyl carbon fiber right here. This is true carbon fiber, and I never did anything with it, so I just leave it to the side, you know. Sometimes you win in the game, sometimes you lose. That was a good $90 loss, so it is what it is. Let me see, Marco Polo. What are your favorite RCs in the arsenal? Favorite RCs in the arsenal? Man, the arsenal is destroyed right now. Favorite basher? Stampede 4x4. Second favorite basher? X-Max, then Ear Evo, then E-Max. Oh, no. X-Max, then slash 4x4, then Ear Evo, then E-Max. And then all the other ones have their own little place in my heart, you know, for what they can do. Like my NYPD one, I love that one, you know. I think that's a pretty cool RC, you know. Miguel Jimenez, what's going on? Mega Zombie Minecraft says, I'm so excited to see what you're doing with your Mini Ear Evo. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I have to buy for this thing. I mean, this is not going to be a 1, 2, 3 type upgrade from what it looks like, because most of the parts that are over here, which I'm looking at, and I'm wondering if I just messed up right now. I think I have to take one piece out and put it back. Okay, so this is a long one. I don't think I have any more long ones. Oh shit, I'm screwed. Ah, this is an extreme long one. It's long and no, short and skinny. So now I have to look for a short and skinny. These have to be it. Yeah, so I mean, it all comes in through fluorescence. Short and skinny, short and skinny. Yeah, stainless steel screw kit is definitely the way to go. Even if your RC looks like crap, a lot of people say stainless steel is a little bit too frail. I have stainless steel right now in my X-Max, and my X-Max is broken right now. It is really broken, and that's another RC I have to repair. There's no bent screws there. There are no bent screws. So people, do they bend? Of course they do, you know, but you know, the regular screws that come with it also bend as well. So it all depends on your driving, you know. But I think, you know, professionally, it just aesthetically, it just looks so much better on your RC, you know. And you eliminate a lot of the rust that happens there. So here we go. I was never a big fan of them. Yeah, I know a lot of people are not a big fan of stainless steel screws. Marquez Lewis, do you have any team associated cars? I've wanted a team associated vehicle for some time now, and I've never acquired one. Hopefully, one day I will have that, available to me. I'm not too sure when that day will happen, but I do want a team associated vehicle because that would be something. That would be something cool. Any recommendations on which team associated vehicle I should get? That's even the better question. Which one should I have, available to me is what I need to know. All right, so that's a little bit too long. It's like the head is way too long. Okay, what about you? It's all about finding the correct screws. Sometimes you don't get the right sizes in these kit bags. I'm always optimistic that I'll get the right size, but sometimes you don't. Maybe somewhere in the middle. Yeah, so, oh God. So I'll come across and show you what I'm talking about. So I have this screw that's right here, if you guys can see that visually. And I have two types of screws. I have one that is, if I line up the button head right here, that's just a little bit too long. And then I have one that's just a little bit too short. So it's somewhere in the middle that I have to meet. Let me go check the other bags just to make sure it's not there, because I don't want to be foolish and say, oh, you know what, I didn't get the correct bag. But I don't know how the chassis is set up. I mean, maybe I can pull in a little bit more. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to go with the longer of the two. Yeah. And judging by what I see, this is for my shocks. And if I'm looking at the other end of it, it does come... It comes here, and it ends up out there. Yeah, I can get away with it. I'll go with the long ones. Boom. As long as you're not damaging your body, I think you should be good to go, So the long ones do fit in there instead of the shorter ones. So get rid of you two guys. And now I'll install the longer screws. Now I know a lot of people are gonna tell me get myself a little kit that in actuality cuts those pieces individually. And I've been thinking about that. I don't want to get just a regular Sawzall kit or having just a Dremel. I mean, I don't want that. I know there's a kit out there that just immediately breaks it off. So hopefully I'll be able to get that sooner than later. And as you guys want me to see, these shocks are pretty bouncy. They're not smooth. Just look at that. I don't think there's any oil in there. I think I'm all oiled out. See? Not smooth. Not smooth at all. So I got to do something about that. All right. Let me see. Nick. I was never a big fan of Integy. If that's the way how you spell it. Well, the problem here was the problem with Integy throughout the years, and they've rectified a lot of things that they've done throughout the years, which has definitely helped the company. So years ago, people would complain about the way Integy aluminum was. So the problem with the Integy aluminum was the fact that it was just regular aluminum. It wasn't forged aluminum, and a lot of their components were bending at a lot faster rate than it should have been. So Integy now, what they're doing is, and they'll state on their website that they're starting to utilize forged aluminum, bullet aluminum. I'm sorry, and once they start doing that, then that would eliminate a lot of the headaches that have been plaguing Integy throughout the years, and they'll be able to come across and sell better product at this point. So that's, those are the two pieces I needed. But those are not the shiny pieces. It is what it is. Here are 2 shiny ones. Bear with me. I'm just looking for screws, which is a daunting process. All right, cool. Put these 2 back in the bag. And that's why people weren't a fan of Intigi, because they were utilizing liquid aluminum and putting in cases, and that's how you got your products. But now they're doing for bullet aluminum, which now they're grinding out their products. Intigi has, you know, is one of the coolest places to get aluminum parts for really cool aluminum colors. You know, you have other companies out there like STRC and GPM and stuff like that. The coolest aftermarket company that I've seen. But they're in the same scenario that Intigi was in. They're doing forged. I don't know if they're doing bullet aluminum. I think they're doing cast aluminum. But you know, we'll see what happens in the near future with these companies. You know, if they're going to start investing more in the product that they release, other than the mass manufacturing of products that can bend on you as quickly as possible. Marquez, the Apex is a good kit available and getting 1/8 scale system in it. I'm curious to see how that looks. Walk Legend 69. All right, had to feed the cats, but I'm back. As for the Team Associates, Geo, I would recommend you to do an RC8B3 .1E. There is a new version of 1/8 scale 4-wheel drive buggy, and the RC10, which I knew that one. B64D, and the new 1/10 scale 4-wheel drive buggy. You see, I've known a lot of people that have had Team Associates, and you know, they swear by them. But a lot of people that I see utilize the Team Associates, people that are racing, and they're one of the nicest race vehicles out there, which I cannot say anything bad, because I ended up going to a racetrack over here in Long Island, and a few of the people were cool there. I mean, I can't say they weren't. A few of the people were nice. They were very forthcoming. Somebody actually knew who I was, and then another person kind of downplayed me, which I was kind of annoyed with, because the kid was very excited to, in actuality, meet me, and he kind of gave the impression of, yo, that guy ain't crap. So so when he did that, you know, I kind of left the racing scene, you know, because the kid was upset, you know, relatively speaking, you know, and I felt bad for him. So that being said, I've never gone back to that RC track. You know, should I go back? Yeah, I mean, you can't let one bad apple. But, you know, I guess the guys over there are pretty intense when it comes down to their racing stuff. I mean, a lot of these guys take it very seriously. You know, I mean, even on the Mini Z racing, guys, you know, are so intent on winning that they take the fun out of it. Now, me, when I go to the racetrack, I'll talk smack. You know, I don't take offense to anything. You know, my whole opinion about racing is, if you win, you win. You lose, and you're still talking smack, then, you know. I had one guy talk smack to me, and he actually made a statement that it was only one race. I'm like, only one race? I said, well then, what do you want me to say to you? You know, I guess we're gonna have to race again. And then it just gets into a little friendly. It's a friendly competition, always. You know, as long as it stays friendly. That's all it is. You know, you want to be able to enjoy these RC things with your friends and people that are just into the RC community and stuff like that. So I'm sorry, I kind of did that off camera. Thing didn't want to go in, so. But let me see where we're at right now. Sparks, your thoughts on DHK Productions? I do not know what DHK is. If you can just enlighten me. Like I said, a lot of times I'm a noob in this. Nick, I had a Baron Carriers from Intigi and went and went to barricade went bad. We had to drill them out and for extra parts. Yeah, that's the problem with aluminum. Jeep and XL. Long Island represent. Sparks, cars, trucks, buggies. Send me a link. I would definitely like to check out the that company. I probably know it. I just right off the top of my head, I have no idea. You know. So as I keep on doing this, I've already been looking at an Integy kit for this RC. I think this is small enough, and it's all bullet aluminum from Integy. I think this is small enough to not bend. The parts that I'm getting is the rock shocks, which is one component that I'm getting that I don't expect it to bend. I am getting the transmission case, which is going to be green as well. Did you screw in? Nope, you're out of place. So I heard the pop, so I knew this thing wasn't going in all the way. It has to go into the other end of the rock shocks. That's one thing I hate about the plastic. At least with the metal, you just put a little dab of blue thread lock, and then it's all golden. So as you can see, all the black screws are coming out of here. Some of the black screws have to stay in here. A lot of them do not. I just have to make it like this. Like there's nothing I can do about switching out the screws for this, because there are no stainless steel, unless you guys know, there are no stainless steel screws out there, you know, to replace the mounting for the rock shock. And as you can see, I'm noticing right there, I do have the bushing, and I need to change that into a bearing. So that would be on a future update. I never noticed that, but I have to do that. I wonder. Nah, this looks a little bit too small. I'll find out what size it is. And then once I do, I'll swap it out, and then that'll be the end of it. So, you know, parts like that, it kind of annoys me. I know Traxxas does have they do make stainless steel screws. The reason why I know they make stainless steel screws is because on that Traxxas M41, and I'm sure on the Spartan as well, you see stainless steel screws there. So you're like, you know they make it. So yeah, it kind of gets, you know, frustrating. You know, when you look at it, you're like, oh, it sucks. You know, you definitely want to have that, you know, available to you, but you don't have it, so you opt for something else. Here we go. I feel like that's bigger. Where are we at right now? Warhawk Legend 69. You ever check out the RC News Channel link I sent you? That was pretty cool. Yes, I did. With the guy sitting down and everything like that. Yeah, thanks for that. He did a lot of production on his channel. I've never seen that before. I've never seen. I don't even know. I mean, did he die? I mean, what initially happened to him? I have no idea. But it was a great setup. I think I seen it once before, but yeah, it was. He had pretty cool production on his channel, you know. I mean, it was like, but it was very old school, like really old school type setup that he had over there. So definitely he had a nice green screen and everything like that, so it looked like a little channel, an RC channel, which was a cool thing. So yeah, thanks for that. I really appreciate it. It's very cool to check things out. Ivan B, hey Geo, great channel. I want to get more info and part numbers for /4x4 Mama Monster. You give a lot of great ideas. Keep up the great work. Ivan, Ivan, sorry. Or Ivan, one of the two. If you go on my Instagram page, if you look at my my earlier pictures, you're gonna see my /4x4 there. When you go into the information of the /4x4, what I want you to do is click onto it, and my parts list will come up on there, and that's for any one of my RCs. You will see my part list come up, and you will have that relatively available to you. So definitely check that out. It's on GeoStealth R1 on Instagram, and you'll be able to you'll be able to get a part list of what I have in my slash, and then if that's something that you're interested in, you'll be able to do it for your slash. So, I'm stuck again. No surprise. No surprise. Here you go. And all right. That's in. Yeah, as we're working our way to getting all these screws changed out and getting everything set up. Sparks, where's the newest Roar track near the Bronx? Oh, 360? Is that what you're talking about? The 360 track is somewhere in Westchester, I think, or Bronxville. Warhawk Legend 69. Cool. I'm glad you looked at it. Figured you would like it. Yeah, no, definitely was a trip, man. I started checking it out. I was cracking up. I was watching it. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen. I think that was one of the time that I was checking out Jang, and you know, Jang from Ultimate RC. He was a huge inspiration on really talking about what RCs have, what you can do. I mean, his builds were by far some of the best I've ever seen. I mean, if you ever look at his Stampede 4x4 build, where he came across and started morphing the Stampede 4x4, that was an excellent build series. It's kind of sad that we do not have him in the RC community anymore, you know, but me, I think that was more of legal reasons and stuff like that of why he left, and a lot of bully tactics from other RC channels and stuff like that. So sad scenario that we're in, you know, where we cannot have a channel and, you know, enjoy the hobby. Like me, it doesn't faze me when guys hate my channel. I mean, if you hate it, cool. If you don't, even better. If I'm able to help you out with anything on the RC stuff, you know, and you took knowledgeability from me and it helped you, I mean, I'm happy for that. You know, I mean, I've seen guys, you know, a while ago, you know, a lot of people would commend me, you know, on the Rustler Mamba Monster setup. And I always say, you know, even today, you know, I just come across and sit upon guys who have done it better than I have, and always give them props. You know, a good friend of mine who, realistically speaking, I should be contacting, which is kind of bogus on my end that I haven't contacted him. Draven 3907, and did I get the screw go all the way in? Yeah, it did. Does this thing rub? It does. This screw is too long. Yeah, this screw is too long. Why is that? I think I took a too long of a screw. Yeah, I wasn't able to get the spring action on there. I guess I took the wrong screw. There we go. Yeah, you're just a little too long, buddy. I need something shorter. Something a little shorter. So where are we at over here? Walk Legend 69, cool. I'm glad you looked at the figure, you would like it. All right, Yvonne. Cool, bro. Thanks for the info. I head over to Willis Hobbies and get hooked up today. I recommend your channel to everybody. I know in this hobby. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I always appreciate, you know, the support you guys give out there, you know, because like I said, if you're into this hobby thinking you're gonna make millions, it's not going to happen. I promise you, it will not happen, because when you're in the hobby, you're looking to come across and have your RC showcased. And I think that's one of the major reasons why I started doing this channel, because I like to showcase my stuff for you guys to check out and hopefully get some type of inspiration on that. Wow, so I do not have this screw, and it doesn't look like Maybe in this other bag from the other type of install. Possibly. We'll see. Okay, put you down here. Yep, you are the size that I need. Excellent. Alright, so where are we at? Elo Benke. Drink vodka. You know what? I'm gonna do that for you guys. I will have a shot of vodka. And however long I stay on this channel, you'll see however long I can survive. So hold on for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I usually drink my vodka chilled, but here we go. I guess I should have said the segment drinking with Gio, and we'll be able to get stuff going. So, where are we at right now? Let me see. Drink vodka, okay. Warhawk Legend 69. Jay had a really good build series on the XO1. It was like $1,200. He didn't want to do on spend a bunch, so he also bought a roller, then used different electronics and ended up being cheaper. Yes, RC King. Also, why is the vodka still in the background? Walk Legends, UTO Gia, you're gonna get wild now. Silence. I had to get the drink. Let me see. Boss moved the shots at 12 on a Wednesday afternoon. So just to give you guys a heads up, it is empty. I had to wash it out. So I'll have a shot with you guys. If you guys are drinking, I really appreciate you guys enjoying a little bit of vodka with me. And this is my birthday month coming up. This is my birthday month. And if people who have known from my channel know that in November I always get myself something to treat myself with. So cheers to you people that are out there. As you guys can see, I don't chintz out when it comes down to vodka. It's all the way up there. So cheers to you guys as I continue this series build with the Ear Evo Mini. Delicious. Let me see, because it was in the last live stream. Hey man, I can't drink all the time. Walk Legend 69. I got 2 Coors Lights left in the fridge. Maybe I'll have a drink with you. Wick Splitter RC. Oh yeah, nice. Mine's on the 15th. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you too, my friend. Mine's on the 22nd. Drink the whole bottle. Let's make a drunk stream. Yeah, so if I drank, because that was, I just want you to see the level of where that thing is at. That's a 1.75 liter. If I drink all of that, it's going to be bad. Let me see. I got Coke in my fridge. So let me continue screwing these bad boys in. So what would you want to see from the Mini Ear Evo? Because this is what I want you to do, okay? Just to give you guys a heads up, since a lot of people watch my channel. I want you to go on the Eclectic Art channel, and I want you to tell him that Gio is building his Mini Ear Evo because of you. I want you to go back and tell him, and then you tell him to watch the video, and you tell them that this RC is coming after Jester. So I've been trying to head up to Albuquerque, New Mexico since I met Jason, Dark Eclectic Art, back in the days when he was still dating his girlfriend. And we're talking about, well, the Grey Goose bottle goes for $70. But there is, where I live at, there's a brand new liquor store and they're selling it for $49.95. So your boy will enjoy a good deal, you know, always enjoy a good deal. You have no idea. And I ended up buying a couple of bottles for myself because you never know. You know, you come across and, you know, hanging out here with you fine gentlemen and, you know, getting a little toasty. So, and anybody who knows me, when I went camping, you guys, if you went on my Instagram page, you'll know that I went camping over the weekend. Will know that I love my Goose by far. I love my Goose by far. The guys over there that were camping with me were drinking beer. One of my friends who is a good friend of mine, his name is Sean, he ended up drinking so much that he was pretty much howling to the moon. He was bad. So yeah, it was definitely good times with the guys. You know, if you ever get the opportunity to hang out with your boys and go camping and stuff like that and get drunk, that's what I recommend you guys to do. So anyway, continuing on with the build. So I'm just trying to separate all the, as you can see, there's a lot of black components. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything that I can change out, I change it in one shot, because I ordered the stainless steel screw kit for this RC. I ordered the steel drive shafts, which I heard it really sucks to put the steel drive shafts onto this thing, because when you look at the RC itself, you're like, how bad could it be? And they said you have to go all the way into the diff to do that. Now, if you guys ever want to check out a channel that shows you how to do that, go to Dark Eclectic Art on YouTube, and you'll be able to see him install his diffs, his drive shafts into his diffs on the Mini Ear Evo. He has a great build series on the Mini Ear Evo. And I'm not the type of guy, there's a lot of channels out here that will give you a big FU and will not even promote a channel. Me and him have been cool with each other for so many years that I have no problems coming across and promoting him. My other good buddy, Everyday RC, when he started, he was very, very, very new. I went to his house. I gave him a few tips and stuff like that on how he should do his post-production with his RCs, and I said, yo, you know, you could set this channel up to be really, really cool. Just, you know, you have to invest the time and the money. And he knew what I was talking about, you know, investing time and money, and he did, and his channel took off. So you know, never, always back up my fellow YouTubers out there, because the RC community is small. I can come across, drink that whole bottle of Grey Goose, make myself look like an ass, and probably get a whole bunch of subscribers, more than what I have right now. I could do that as a weekly event, but I don't. Why? Because what happens is that then this channel that I represented as a YouTube channel for RC enthusiasts is gone, and then something else takes its place. Now, you'll eventually see me pull, you know, like motorcycle videos and stuff like that. My other hobbies that people want to see. It's just, you know, a break off to the norm of what I'm doing with the channel. But other than that, which realistically speaking, I don't know why I'm doing this right now, because I have to take these screws out again, because I have to put that that Traxxas receiver in there. As you can see, if you guys were here earlier in the channel, I ended up buying the Traxxas TSM receiver available, so I put it in the bag and we're good to go with that. I got to install into the Mini Gravedigger because I do want to drive this truck. It's been 4 years and it's never been driven. So let's see what's on the Q&A for this whole thing. He wants me to drink the whole thing on the live stream. Warhawk Legend 69, Geo representing the Skull and Crossbones shot glass. Yeah, thank you. RC King, I got a Coke in my mini fridge and in my room. I'm a kid, so yes, no drinking underage. Damn you. Sparks with the 1/16 scale slash be able to get a setup, or would be able to get a setup that would be something of a lower center of gravity. Yes, but you have to change out the setup because the arms are a lot shorter. But you could also make it into a 1/16 scale on-road car, which is a cool thing. RC King, I already watch him. Warhol Legend 69. What is the one? I already answered that question on the Grey Goose. Good deal. Yes. Sparks. Also, which flips more? Which was mini Ear Evo will flip much faster than the mini slash. In the air, turning slash. Warhol Legend 69. Pink Floyd. RC King, like the Ear Evo is a good in the air to flip, whip, and stuff, but slash flips easier when turning. Yeah, flip over, you mean. Yeah, flipping over. I would think flipping over would be the Ear Evo over the slash, because the slash has a smaller wheelbase. I mean, usually with the longer wheelbase, it wouldn't flip as fast, but the wheels are smaller. It's set up more like a car. That's just my opinion. I mean, you guys can argue with that all day, every day, you know. But that's what I think would happen on that aspect. All right, so we're almost done with the stainless steel screws. I gotta figure out where these steel screws go to. Do I even have these? This is a good question. I definitely want to get the shock towers for this RC, like badly. Like really badly. So now I have to look for like a little nub. I think my little nubs are here. I think this is smaller than the nubs. Yeah, it is smaller. I gotta look in these bags to see. I think I threw these bags all around. I don't know what's going, what's coming. Here we go. So I need, how many of these nubs? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 2 for now. 2 for now. Okay. 1, 2. You go section by section. All right. Walk Legend. Aussie RC Playground is a good channel. Yes. Yes, I definitely, I've known him for years, me and him. RC Kings, but wait, but RC Sparks is more than 1 million in the RC. RC Sparks Studios. The thing with Aaron, he has been able to hit more people than any one of the channels combined, and it shows in his numbers, you know, because there's a lot of people that, you know, watch his channel. I watch his channel continuously and stuff like that, and there's, you know, he has, his channel is a little bit different than a lot of people's channels that are out there, because he involves his family, he involves the community, he involves friends, he involves a lot of people, you know, and I always commend him for his channel. I've spoken with him a few times. He in actuality has given my channel a shout out, which has been always greatly appreciated. One day, and I told him this, you know, just playing around, but in all seriousness, I told him, you know, one day I'm going out to Canada and I'm going to see you. And he laughed about it and stuff like that. And I said, look, I'm being very serious. I was like, you know, I definitely have the opportunity to go out to Canada, and I definitely want to be part of that tug of war contest, which I'm so stoked about doing that. I definitely want to do that. All right, I got to find a little nub again. I definitely want to do that. That's one thing that I'm planning to do with my channel. And the thing is that, you know, the major thing is that, you know, a lot of you guys know who I am, that have been in the YouTube community, that have seen me on the streets. You guys know who I am physically. People on YouTube don't know what I look like other than my hands and my bracelet, you know. So sooner or later, you know, I spoke about it with him, and what's going to have to happen is, if and when I do his channel, I'm going to have to show my face. And it's going to have to happen. Oh, VG Racing Cage, I'm going to buy that for this RC. Just like my big Ear Evo has, this one will have one too. Oh man, that's like a nub. Another nub. Gotta look for these little nubs. I think it's so small. Jesus. And that's the chaos of this hobby. When you have to look for like a little screw, you know, for you to screw into your things. You know, you go through these bags and you're like, oh, do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? And then lo and behold, you find it, you match it up over there, and then you're good to go. So yes, that's gonna be something that's gonna be happening in the near future. I wanted to do it for 2017, but I haven't been able to speak to him about it. But he's been going through a lot of physical issues with him, and you know, he has his wife, he does have his son Mo, and you know, definitely family friendly RC channel, which is definitely cool. All right, where are we at? Texas man, what's going on? What rims and tires for Stampede 4x4 with 17mm adapter would you recommend? Depending on what you want to do. Speed runs? I'm not too sure. Let me see. Elo Blanc. I can't even say your name. But Walk Legend 69. Geo, how easy do Traxxas screws rust when I'm driving through water? I see you always going with the RC screws. Well, this is not from RC Screws. This is from eBay. Some stainless steel screw setup. They rust easily. When I tell you rust easily, I'll bring you to one of the rusting areas. Here we go. So, let's walk around the RC room. And here's what I'm talking about rust. Now, this is the Traxxas X-Max. And this is what I'm talking about, the rust that goes there. And even with the Pro lines, if I can get a better visual. Oh, that's not too good. There's better lighting right here. There's the rust. And that's what you're looking at, you know? And that's what you try to avoid, you know, when it comes down to that. You know, you get a little close-up on my poor Ear Evo body. Remember, bash body, run body, you know? And all my RCs have stainless steel screws. You know, if you ever look at them, this is kind of like out of commission right now. You know, but all of them, if you're looking, stainless steel. Even with the PlayStation 4, you know, stuff like that. As you can see, all my RCs are customized. You know, stainless steel. If you look at poor Stan Pinky over there, stainless steel, and then you have the other parts that are not stainless steel, and you notice that they're rusting out. You know, it's terrible things to deal with, you know. So let's go back. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of stuff over here. Getting stuff assembled, you know. Hobby room's a mess. Let's go back and putting you in your position. All right. That's why I always go with stainless steel, because I can't deal with the rust. Trying to get the rust off these RCs is insane. I mean, I know there's a company out there that makes rust prevention, but it is what it is. I'm trying to see. See, it's kind of weird because the screws that go in for the steering knuckle, the screws that go in there are definitely not in this screw kit. Let me see. yeah. So if you see there, the screws that come here are definitely not in my kit. You know, they're like 1 millimeter, but I don't have that. They're not even a 1 millimeter. They're a 1.3. Wow, they're 1.3. I should have a screw over there. Yeah, it's a 1.3. I do have to change this out as well. I have to change out the hexes to aluminum, which will be an up-and-coming video. These are all the things I have to order for this truck. There's you know, you think when you buy an Ear Evo for $300-something that you get everything all set up for you, nicey nice, but it doesn't work out that way. So, all right, put you back in. Okay, I'm gonna look on the back, and the wing. The wing will stay carbon fiber, but the mounts and everything like that are going to be green aluminum. I know a lot of people are going to complain about stuff bending, but those are the things I'm going to be doing as of late. Okay, so where are we at right now? What do you think about the new tactical TRX Hans Christian? That will be here November 9th. RC King, well, my friend has a Slash and it flips a lot. It might be just a bad driver. You're messed up. Well, find out if he has the LCG one. Oh wait, the 1/16 scale? Well, I don't know. Could be the driving. Warhawk Legend 69. Damn, we must have a good. Damn, we must have it good down in Florida. I just called my local Sam's Club liquor and they got me a Grey Goose 1.5 for $47.95. Might have to go buy some. Definitely worth it. They dropped their price. I think it's for the season. Because a lot of places are not dropping their price on there, so definitely go check it out, man. I got it for $49.99 in New York, so definitely cool. Can you see if you can come to Canada? I live in Canada's huge, man. Dennis, I'd love to run my 5th scale on his ranch. Dennis, you know him? No, yeah, I'd loved. Wait, I would love to run my 5th scale on his ranch. Yo, me too. Dude, don't leave your charger plugged in. Just kidding, I don't care. My charger can stay plugged in as long as a battery doesn't stay plugged into my charger. That's the main rule of thought. You do not leave your battery plugged in, because if you do, then you are asking for problems, and that's what you do not want to have. You don't want to have problems when you're utilizing your RCs. Let me see where I'm at with the screws. I still have to get these 2 screws back there. I still have to get these 2 screws back here. I have to get these screws for the mounting bracket. I gotta get these 2 screws. I gotta get those 2 screws. And the front looks like it's done. You know, I don't even have batteries for this thing. It's what a sin. What a sin. Where am I at? Anyway, so as I come to an end with this live showcase that I'm doing with you guys, just leave your comments below of what you want to see on the next episode of these live streams. Primarily what I'm trying to do is get you guys accustomed to at least once a week doing these live one-on-one conversations of YouTube, you know, because a lot of people want to find out what's happening, what's going on, what somebody else found out about what's happening with another channel and stuff like that. And you know, then you start getting into a discussion of, you know, what's going in. So hopefully what I'm showing you guys has been informative. I'd like to show you guys a few things out there that usually a lot of YouTube channels don't do, you know, with a live interaction, which is a cool thing. I personally think it's a cool thing, because then you get to find out who your fan bases are, and you know, and you're able to do something better with your channel than what you originally have. So yeah, so whatever you guys think I should do on my next live stream, I will definitely try to accommodate you guys and do something, you know, because boy, this is just hellacious. Did I put? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I was just wondering if I put these covers on, the shrink wrap, and I did. And I forgot, realistically speaking, I haven't played with this thing in so long that I forgot how to take this motor out. So now I just able to move the motor to the side, and I yet to use you. I think I definitely have to change out the mounting bracket on this. So alrighty, well, hopefully next live, you want to see the summit next on the live stream. That's definitely doable. You know, I don't mind doing the summit video and having you guys check out my summit and things I got to do with it. So yeah, I might do the summit for the next video. Anyway, hopefully you guys found this video informative. Rate, comment, subscribe. Until my fellas up in YouTube. Later.